Hi, welcome to Cooking in the Kitchen with C. Jefferson. Today my menu is lamb chops that are seared, and we're going to have a big salad with some spiced apples. I thought this was a good deal to do today. So if you notice, I'm over here at my stove, and I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil already cooking. Okay, now the olive oil is already warmed up, and that's 2 tablespoons. So I have cut up some green apples. I sliced them. I'm going to put them into the skillet, and I'm going to add a few things to them to make them taste yum yum delicious and good. Okay, I am going to add I have 3 things. I'm going to add some dark brown sugar. I'm going to add some ground cinnamon, and I'm going to add some nutmeg. So what I'm getting ready to do is sprinkle them with the nutmeg. And I just sprinkle till they covered. Oh, they smell so good. I'm going to sprinkle with a little cinnamon. Cinnamon always brings out that flavor. And then I am going to sear them around in the pan in the grease for a little bit until they get a little good and tender. You talking about something good, I tell you. Now, let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm kind of running out of ideas. So, if you go to my Facebook page, send me some ideas. Send me messages, or just send me some ideas of some things that you would like to see cooked. And we're cooking these things, doing them in as healthy as we possibly can. Showing you that there are ways to where we can eat healthy. My oil that I use is nothing but olive oil. That's the only thing I use in my house to cook with. Okay, so we're searing these a little bit, making them tender. I watch a lot of cooking shows, and one of my favorites is on TV1. Chef G. Gavin. Oh God, he is such a excellent cook. I love his cooking shows. I love cooking with the Neelys. But one of my old favorites, and I love it when they show all of his reruns because he's no longer with us, is that old Justin Wilson. I don't know how many of y'all remember old Justin Wilson. Justin Wilson, boy, he put some wine off in anything and everything, but it would be good, I tell you. Okay. So these apples are just about ready. I mean, they are looking good. They smell really good. Got my house smelling all up like applesauce. I'd like to take this time right now to thank my daughter. She has been my videographer, and she's learning. We're learning a whole lot together, and I'm just grateful for her wanting to get in here and assist me with this. Plus, guess what? Hopefully she'll take some of these recipes and be cooking them one day. Hope she don't get too used to her mom's cooking and don't want to do it. Hopefully she will take it up on herself to cook. Okay, so my apples are ready. Look at all that good. Well, them things is pretty. I tell you, they pretty. Right, I'm gonna just slide them on off into this plate, and they are already ready. Now, the finished product will be on my Facebook page. I'll be putting those pictures out as soon as the product is complete. So I'm going to sit these over here for the time being. And if you notice, I have another skillet right here. And I have maybe about 4 tablespoons of oil in it. I'm going to let that heat up. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to start on the meat. If you notice, I have 2 nice lamb chops already cleaned, washed up. And what I'm getting ready to do to tenderize lamb, sometimes you have to, because lamb can be kind of tough if you don't cook it right, or if you're searing it and cooking it fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sear these lamb chops. Lord, I almost called them pork chops. But right now what I'm doing is I'm actually tenderizing my lamb chops by using a mallet. A meat tenderizer to beat them. I know a lot of you all probably don't know what this is. I used to watch my grandmother. She used to beat all her steaks with this to make them real nice and tender. You gotta move your finger. If you don't, you'll fool around and hit a finger, knock it off. This actually tenderizes the meat. Okay, I think I done tenderized them a lot. And what I'm going to do is take my favorite season, which is Slap Your Mama, and I'm going to put it on here. Not only am I going to put it on here, but I am actually going to rub it in, because sometimes when you rub it in, you get it into the areas that it needs to be. Flip them over. Rub all that good seasoning in. Rub it in. Flip over. Rub it, because sometimes when you rub it, it actually helps it to do good. Now, I usually only put pepper on one side because I don't want them too spicy. I'm a little heavy-handed when it comes to pepper, so that kind of balances it out when I just put it on one side. And I'm going to rub it in. Now, I'm going to take my favorite, another one of my favorites, and sprinkle on both sides. And that is this Worcester sauce. Remember I told you I like Worcester sauce. And I am going to rub that in best as possible. What I do with that, since it's running, I stack it and let it get on there. Okay, now those are ready. Next thing I'm going to do is I have a mixture of bell pepper, green onions, yellow onions, and garlic. And I'm going to put this into the skillet so it can season up that oil. I tell you, that's an excellent seasoning. It's an excellent seasoning. And I have a few sprigs of rosemary already prepared, already chopped up for me. I'm going to take little sprigs of rosemary, and you can get those in your produce section at your local grocery store. Just look for the herbs and seasonings in the produce section. And I'm going to mix all of that together. And then what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to take my lamb chops, place them in this skillet, and let them cook. Not only am I going to do that, I like to cook sometimes with some wine. I have some sherry cooking wine, but I'm going to pour a little bit of sherry over top of those lamb chops. And we're going to just let those simmer. Now what I'm getting ready to do is I'm getting ready to cover this up. I'm getting ready to cover it up. And then I will put a picture on Facebook of the finished product. So I just want you to see what we're having. We're having spiced apples with seared lamb chops. You can find this picture of the finished product on my Facebook page. Thank you for coming into the kitchen of C. Jefferson. Have a blessed and wonderful day. Bye-bye now.